you for 9 more damage. So, what is your armor rating?
12.
4, is it, Grim?
4, yes.
Alright, so you'll take a total of 5 more.
Boo.
Yeah. That was max damage that turn. That actually kind of...
Yeah, I noticed.
Alright, this thing's gonna move also. It's gonna move right here. Alright. Glitter, what say you?
Crap. Well, since Grim is kindly serving as my meat shield.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh.
Can I do a healing kit in the middle of a battle or no? 'Cause I've got
I know there's a
access to
heal
healing kit.
action you can do.
Yeah. Alright, so I've got my healing kit, and I'm gonna just start, while he's taking all these beatings, I'm just steadily standing behind him, patching him up.
Sure.
You know,
Sure, absolutely. Do your
stopping any
intelligence.
bleeding and all that.
Do you have healing by chance? I think you do, because you have to have healing to take Chirurgy, don't you?
Okay, let me see what focuses I have.
I think you have it. I think you have to have the healing focus to take Chirurgy. So I think you do.
I have intelligence,
You have
arcane,
arcane
healing, arcane healing. Yeah, so it's that one. Okay.
Perfect. And that is successful. So unfortunately, your stunt die is only 1. So you'll do your stunt die plus intelligence, which is 1 plus your intelligence.
My intelligence is
4. So you'll
4.
heal 5. So I'll take 5 off of Grim, so you get him back down to 9. As she sticks her hands inside of your armor again and gives you some
I thought he was going to say in
whoopee.
nature's pocket.
Oh my God! Oh my. Nature's pocket.
It's not quite as strong as my spell, but, you know, it's
Oh.
doing a pinch.
It still felt good. Thanks, Claire.
Alright.
Oh, mercy. Lord, I'm
Now, since that's a minor action for me, can I still cast a spell?
Sure. Yeah.
Alright.
Because heal isn't a spell, so yeah, absolutely. Or if you want to move, you can move too. So.
Nope, I'm going to cast a spell. And what's he doing after that? He still has it's not doing too bad. He's got 9. So
I'm good. You might want to move. So you're not adjacent to the rock monster.
Is the one that's in front of me, is that the one that's almost dead?
It is in pretty yes, it is in pretty bad shape.
I'm gonna take the risk, and I'm gonna fire an arcane blast at this thing.
Be careful, the other one, it's stoned.
It's stoned.
Wow, very nice. So you not only hit that,
That's nice.
you also have 6 stunt points to spend as well.
Which I don't really need.
Well, can I ask
He's
you to
probably
mighty
about
blow
dead,
it?
right?
I'd still like to see do like a lethal spell and do an additional 2d6 damage or something, because it does take 5.
That's what I'll do. I'll use the lethal spell. It's
Yeah.
5. Yep.
That's
And so
insane.
let me do my damage here. My regular damage.
And you can, yeah. Oh, okay. So the regular damage is going to be 7. And
Lethal spell is 2d6, right?
Yes, I love it.
Wowzers.
So you do a total of 12 damage to this thing, and the rocks just kind of, it sounds like glass shattering. As the rocks fall to the ground, they, spray you, they spray Worm, they, spray Grimrack, and this thing basically loses all of its form and just kind of dissipates as you see this, kind of like this spirit just kind of whittle away from it and just dissipate and fade out.
I've done my
there's
job.
a good one. Glitter.
I've done my job quite nicely, if I do say so myself.
That was a beautiful shot, yeah.
Alright, you could really roll well.
Now you've got one more stunt point. So if you can use that to move, right?
No.
Or
No.
is that just for the melee stunt
That's
points?
melee, yeah, skirmish, yeah.
Ah, never mind.
Lester, what say you? Another
So I
punch
think I'm
with the
gonna go ahead and
glove?
just attack this guy again with the glove, and then I'm
Sure.
gonna use my. Then I'm gonna run away.
Okay. That's a
So-
good tactic. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
I definitely, after seeing, being, hit by at the start of every turn, being hit by this stuff, yeah, I would too.
13.
So, yeah, you take it. Wow, this thing takes a total of 3 damage. You do 3d6
Damn,
damage
and
with
4
that
stun
thing?
points.
No, that's a hit. 13 is a hit, so now you roll
That's
damage.
just the hit.
And you have
Yeah, but
4
I get a
stun
stun.
points. Yeah, you
Let
do.
me check out my stunts, my combat stunts first.
Wow,
well,
nice.
I guess I threw that damage, but
That's okay.
yeah, let me check out
You
my
still get
combat
to add
stunts.
on to it anyway.
Yeah, so let's see, I had a 4, so I feel like this is a dual strike. Oh, that's for 2 targets. Seize the initiative. I get a move to the top of the initiative order. That lets me take another turn. Yeah,
that's
hell
nice.
yeah.
Do
That's
that.
what I'm gonna do.
Do that.
Okay, sure.
So I'm gonna use my stunt points to seize the initiative. It moves me to the top of the
Sure.
top of the turn order, which means I can go again.
Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and move your. Go ahead and change it to a 14 if you want. That'll move you up to the top. Good job. So yeah, this thing is in pretty bad shape now. This stone creature is in pretty bad shape.
So I'm gonna, since it's my turn again, I'm gonna yell, by the power of Gray Skull, and smash it with my Nintendo.
Is this some kind of
glove.
cartoon that you had previously seen, maybe stored in the Power Glove or something like that?
I think it's a genetic memory, Dave. That's what I like to pretend.
By the power of Grayskull,
That's right. Oh, but
Let's
I'm
see
gonna
if you,
crash my power glove down on him again.
Sure. Let's
Almost
see
out
if
of
you do
charges
it.
here, so 12.
That is a hit. That is a hit.
Dang.
Absolutely. No stun points.
No, that's too bad. 6
But you hit
7
it.
damage though.
Yes, correct. Very
And that's
nice.
terrific.
This thing disappears. Same thing happens. You hit it, stones go flying, glass shatters, and the spirit just kind of fades out.
And
as this thing disappears.
I'm just gonna stand over the pile of rocks that are left, Dave. I want to give a humongous howl of all the Saurian warriors that are pumping through my blood. But it's gonna sound more like a little girl, but whatever. You get the idea.
I do get the idea. A little creepy, but I get the
Role play it.
idea.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it, Lester. Role play it. Perfect.
Cuckoo.
And I'll power down my glove. And Dave, I'm gonna go ahead and change batteries in my glove so I can get full charges back.
Sure.
Use my Fulgen. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap those out real fast.
Alrighty, I'm gonna use my healing kit on myself to try to recover some of the damage on me
Okay.
while everybody's kind of, doing their thing.
Yeah, I would say let's search these rocks, but I feel like it would be kind of worthless.
Nice,
Damn,
nice healing
damn.
chair.
Wow.
Nice.
You just stunt healed.
No, there's no stunts with healing,
But
unfortunately.
I
there
do
is
get,
now,
well, I
Dave.
get to add the 5 points, right, to my healing. So I heal myself by 9 points.
Oh, because of the power.
Well, it's my intelligence plus the stunt die.
All right, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, there's no actual stunts for healings, but you can still
No.
deduct. You can still deduct. So yeah, it's not.
You're so
And
healed that you're much better.
And I'm taking that off of my healing kits and my charges, I mean. On it, Dave.
I hear
Impressed.
it. What say all of you? What say you? You've just defeated a couple of pretty powerful foes.
They didn't have the
will-
rocks to take us on.
Yeah, I will kind of. I'll sift through the debris. I will look for, because I'm a dwarf. I understand that some rocks are quite valuable.
Gemology, yeah.
So I'm gonna be sifting through this, looking for something unusual,
Sure.
other than your
Other than-
basic basalt or granite.
Do you have any kind
something
of
unusual like walking
focus
rocks?
that deals with gems or
I
mining?
do. I
or-
have intelligence and evaluation.
Let's is evaluation.
He has no gems.
That would be evaluating valuables, like
Let's do it.
gems.
Let's do it. You can give me a check.
Oh,
not
that
on
was
this.
pathetic.
No, it's all basically crap. It's chunks of charcoal.
Stupid chunks of trash.
Yes, nothing valuable here. So I'll pick up my baton and sheath.
I was going to give you the
Now
chance
I'm gonna-
of finding something good.
Well, thank
but,
you. I appreciate that. I
no
rolled
problem.
terribly though,
Yeah.
just like the rest today. So I've got my I'm gonna keep my maul in my hands and poke around for a little bit and say, okay, guys, let's head out of this cavern. I think we've seen what we need to see here.
Yeah, there's that fissure that is behind Lester, and it still seems to bear the same type of magical residue and strands of magic that are all throughout this cave also.
I don't know if those rock monsters will reform or what. So let's beat feet. Come on, guys.
What happened? I
Very
just
nice.
started moonwalking.
Alright, so everybody starts to move towards the fissure. So what is I'm going to unlock the tokens now. What is the marching order of this going to be? Who's going to be going into this fissure first? Second,
shield in
third,
front.
fourth. Okay.
I'm gonna
No,
follow
Thomas.
the back here.
Let me go
Thomas is going to be
first.
scouting? Okay, alright.
I'm gonna be riding on Lester's back.
Looking out for Thomas, I like that.
Wow.
As you guys are,
I'm the one that takes the
dancing
hits.
around, I like it.
No. I say no. This doesn't work for me, Lester.
No,
and I
he's
get
not my
behind
son,
him, and then I
George.
do my traditional climbing up his back. and
Whip you with my tail, woman.
I gotta loop my arms around his neck, probably a little too tightly. Onward, Saurian.
I'm dead. He killed me.
Alright, so as all of
to
you start to travel down this lit fissure, and it's a small tunnel, and it's just wide enough for one person to fit through, so you're all able to fit through there single file, and it gets a little bit more snug and tight, and this fissure actually disappears into the rock. So as you come to the edge of this fissure, it is like a vortex of this blue shimmering light.
Well, what's this?
Mm-hmm.
Glitter? Yeah, looks magical to me.
Well, I'm sure it's magical. You can go on through.
All right, Thomas, you wanted to take point. Go for it, bud.
Okay.
So you're gonna shove Thomas in there first, okay? Thomas, you go through. A bright
No.
flash happens, and as you're walking through this, there are streaks of this blue magical energy, very bright light. All these patterns are on the surface of this fissure as you're walking through, and it actually is sort of like an ascent as you're walking up this slanted path now, very narrow slanted path. And as you get to the top of this, and is everybody following Thomas?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, in our
miraculous.
Okay.
Yep.
Now as you get to the top of this, you can start to see a cascade of water starting to fall through the floor. And it looks like it's pouring down into some type of small pool, and then you can see down below, and it's sort of like glass that's kind of rippling, and it looks like a pool that is down below, and you can see several rocks around this area. And it's an illuminated area also. You're not sure if it's illuminated by natural light or magical light, because you're just kind of looking down into the shimmering pool that the water is just kind of cascading down into.
Well, let's trudge onward and go
Wait, hold on. Now,
to the
there's just
what?
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of water. I mean, I'm kind of nervous about the topology here. We might slip or fall or.
Yeah, your
Be
spidey
killed or
senses are tingling. This is probably some of the most magic that you've ever sensed. Both
I mean,
Glitter
obviously-
and Lester.
And I just wanna probably bring to your attention, you guys, that probably the seat of all this powerful magic has got to be the Prophet, since he really loves the magic. So we've got to be getting close to her, is my guess.
Well, I don't know anything about this sort of thing, and there's only one direction, Lester. What do you suggest?
Just be on the lookout for dangerous stuff.
And I kind of grip my maul and kind of show it to him like, oh, I'm on the lookout.
Oh, I bet you're gripping your maw. All right, yeah. So
Oh
let's,
yeah, my maul too. Yeah, both.
yeah. So
Two
let's,
hands.
so I'm gonna get a little closer, but I want to be extra wary, Dave. I want to check. I want to make sure that my eyes are wide open. I'm looking for crap like, magic plants coming out and snaking around and binding us, or giant pit traps, or
Sure.
anything like that.
Well, all of this energy, due to this teleportation malfunction, it looks like it's all being discharged into this well, into this small pool where this water is cascading down, because the fissure ends here. Like I was saying, the fissure ends and there's a small pool with the water cascading down into it. You can look into the pool and you can see, through this shimmering mirror, you can see that there's a pool down below, some rocks and whatnot. You can see that there is also like a shoreline on one side.
It's go in through the pool.
I swing down from Lester's back and say, "Can't Saurian swim? Jump in there, Lester."
I'm not an excellent swimmer, but I can do the breaststroke.
Glitter dives in.
Yeah,
All right, Glitter dives
I'm
in.
in as well.
yeah. Grimrack is waiting in. Yeah.
Thomas dives in. Looks like Grimrack dives in.
I'll slowly
Dip your toe in first.
That's right. That water's cold.
You can feel when
Let
you
me dip-
kind of dip your boot in, you can kind of feel the pull on you. I mean, it doesn't just suck you right in, but
Like a
you can actually
gravitational
pull.
pull?
Yeah, not a gravity, but just sort of like a pull, sort of like the same type of feeling you felt as you were being teleported from the pad, or teleported to the Staff of Forlorn Hope chamber. That same type of magical pull that you had felt.
Okay.
So basically, this is the continuation of this portal that has been, this, teleportation that has kind of gone wrong. This is another portion of that teleportation. And you know that you're headed to this extra dimensional space of that is keeping the Prophet Darwin, imprisoned. So this is all part of that extra dimensional space.
All
So
right,
you
I'm
feel
gonna
this
start-
pull, Lester.
I'm gonna start to. I gotta tell everybody what I feel. Hopefully, they feel the same thing.
Well, they've already all jumped in. It's just you.
We're
You're the
gone,
only one
dude.
left.
It's just you.
All right, I better freaking jump in then.
Hell,
Damn.
here goes
I don't
nothing.
Holy shit! You guys, wait for me.
So as all four of you jump in, Lester being a little hesitant, of course, you
Doggy
now
paddle.
all feel this now familiar feeling of teleportation magic. And within an instant, you find yourself underwater, gasping for air. Now, as you land, you're on the floor of this water, but you're able to get to the surface. Glitter, also, you are too. I mean, even though you're a little bit shorter, Thomas, everybody's able to swim to the surface. Grimrack, you guys all are able to tread. Now, you can get to. You're able to easily get to this sort of like this shoreline. Now, as you're in this area, and you start to you come out of the water, you're gasping for air. This whole entire area is shimmering with this very beautiful emerald green type of light that's just kind of emanating from everywhere in this chamber.
Ooh, pretty.
And the water is beautiful and clear, and it's a natural basin, sort of like a natural chamber. And in this chamber, there are many of these crystals that are jutting out of the water, jutting out of the earthen cave walls, the ceiling, the shore that you made it to. And that is what is producing this beautiful shimmering green light. Now, the pool is pretty large. I would say it takes about a third of this chamber, probably almost about half of this chamber. And in the middle of this chamber is a sort of like a small little island. And you can also see that stalagmites are coming, they're jutting up, stalactites. They're all over the place. And the water's kind of splashing up as you guys are getting out, and like I said, the water is beautiful and it is clear. And actually, as you were in the pool, you were actually forced to the surface because it felt like the water was kind of pushing you out. So you're all kind of gathering your breath and whatnot, and you're on the shore of this beautiful chamber that has a bunch of green crystals just jutting out everywhere all around you.
And are these green crystals like natural, or are they magical?
They look both, Lester.
Oh, natural magic. That's my favorite. Well, I don't know, Dave. Are these crystals worth anything? I'm always wanting to make a little bit of cash. Time to do some evaluation, Dave.
A little scratch.
Oh, I got a little scratch on my... I'm evaluating the shit on these crystals, Dave. 16 points worth of evaluation.
If you could get one of these crystals out that weighs thousands and thousands of pounds, yeah, you're
so
probably sure it's worth something. I don't know. You could probably try.
I'm going to try to do that.
Chances are, if you do that, it probably won't work. I won't make you do a roll for that. No, if you chip anything away, you don't think it's going to be holding any magic. And in fact, there may be some kind of backlash and maybe some kind of explosion for damaging the crystal.
Oh my gosh! Well, all right. I don't know if I want to chip that away if it's going to be an explosion.
That's just kind of common knowledge. I'm not going to make you do any kind of roll for that.
Let me think through this. Hold on. Here's what I'll do. Hey, Glitter. I think you could probably chip away at some of those gems.
Lester.
They might be worth some money.
Lester, look at me in the eyes. I'm a mage too, dumbass.
Oh,
I love
shit. Okay, hold on a second. Hey, Thomas.
Nope.
Renrack.
Yeah. What?
Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
I'll move
fish
forward.
face.
So we're on like this beach, Dave?
Sure, you're on the shoreline, yeah.
Oh, shoreline. So what kind of ground is it? Is it like sand?
Sand.
Or is it like dirt? Okay, alright, so it's like sand.
Like a soft sand, yeah.
Alright,
There's
excellent.
broken shells and open clams and.
Okay, so there's like lots of life. It's not like it's desolate or anything.
No, it's a very beautiful place actually.
Right, so I know there's green. We're all bathed in this green energy, and the water's absolutely gorgeous. If I look up, do I see any kind of signs of civilization? Like I'm looking for like runes or ruins, I should say, or writing or things like that.
Give
Something
me a
that's any sign
perception.
of civilization.
And if you have seeing, you can add in seeing. I don't think you have seeing, but
I don't.
give me
I'm
a
sorry.
perception check. Yeah.
It's a 12 for perception.
Doesn't look like you notice anything out of the ordinary. It's just
Damn.
a very desolate, beautiful place.
And what about the sky? I mean, I know there's this green light bathed everywhere.
It's a huge,
Am I still...
huge cavern. Stalagmites and
it's a huge cavern.
stalactites.
Okay.
Jutting up from the earth, jutting down from the cavern.
Thanks
Yes.
for playing, Lester.
Thanks. Yeah, no, that's okay.
Well, I mean, I got it. I was just thinking that maybe there'd be something. Have you ever been to Vegas? You're in that one underground area. You look up and they've painted it all look like the stars. So that's what I was thinking happened. Is it we're in Vegas? Okay, so I don't know, man. All right, so I'll continue walking forward, Dave, with the rest of the team.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, pretty much, right?
Pretty much, Dave.
So you're walking along the shore, and the shore runs out, and you're starting to wade into the water. And it looks like there is a sort of like a path on the other side of this beautiful chamber. You can see that there is sort of like a very narrow path, sort of like what you had just found this teleportation pool and jumped into. Sort of like another path like that. And it's on the other side, and you have to wade through some of this pristine, beautiful, clear water.
So, Glitter, is this the destination of that teleportation there? This area, I mean.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, the destination was supposed to be his workshop, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So
either.
there's a path there. I guess we just follow our noses.
Yeah, and it has that same type of illumination in the last cavern that you were in. That's that light bluish type of color, coming from that fissure in the wall. So it looks like possibly this teleportation magic is kind of traveling in that direction.
So I'll wade through the water and get to the other side there, and
sure.
Take point on that trail and head forward.
Give me a perception test. Actually, Grimrack and Thomas, as you guys are wading through the water, it comes up to about... This is much shallower, and it's probably about waist high, maybe a little bit higher for you, Thomas, because you'd be a little bit shorter than Grimrack. As both of you start to wade into the beautiful clear water. So as both of you are walking, you can see on the floor of this pool that you're in, there are what appears to be beautiful gems kind of lying in the sand. It looks like a small little mini motherboard kind of half sticking out of the sand. Sort of like a piece of technology. Just as you're fixing to take a step, you're like, oh, wait a minute there. Because you kind of get a glimpse of the glitter of this, coming off of the gem, or a sparkle coming off of one of the metallic components on this small little piece of technology sticking out of the sand.
Oh, hey, I found something. Lester, I think you'll like this. Now I'll bend down and kind of pull it up out of the sand, kind of shake the wet sand off a little bit, and go, I wonder if there's a memory chip on here for you. Hand it to Lester.
All right, so you dig into the sand and pull it out and show it to Lester.
Yep, and then I'll go back in and start picking up those small little gems.
Okay. So as soon as you hey Lester, you hand this to him. Lester, you take a look at it. It definitely looks like it's been submerged in water too long, and it won't work. And
do I know what it is, Dave?
It looks like just a small bit of technology, probably something that was in maybe a machine or maybe a computer component or something like that. Looks like the small piece of a motherboard, but it's old, very old technology. This is technology that's probably a couple hundred years old.
But it's the first time we've seen signs of civilization, so we know
correct
that there's something here at one point that was alive, that was humanoid.
Correct. Now, Grimrack, as you are reaching down into the pool, and Thomas, I don't know if you're reaching down to pick anything up.